Today we're going to have a great discussion, so get ready to rock and roll. Okay, let's take a trip out to outer space. Let's fly out to the International Space Station. And let's look down on the Earth. We'll see that little blue ball spinning around down there. Now, on that little blue ball, the Earth, there are millions of people. Millions and millions. With different levels of intelligence and ability and ambition. Now, without ambition, intelligence and ability means nothing, right? Because you're not going to get anything done anyway. You're not going to apply yourself. You really need all three. So let's narrow down our view. Let's zoom into the United States. And in the United States, there's millions of people with different levels of intelligence and ability and ambition. And let's narrow that down just a little bit more to the construction industry. Now, in the construction industry, there's probably millions of people with differing levels of intelligence and ability and ambition. So my question is this. If we split the construction industry in two, separate all of the upper level management people on one side and the field workers on the other side, are all of the intelligent, people with ability and ambition, are they all on the management team? Of course not. There's the same amount or level of intelligent people with ability and ambition in the field, right? Maybe they don't have degrees, but they've been out there working and they've learned a lot of stuff and they're sharp people, some of them. So, the reason I'm trying to make this point is it's possible that you could have a project manager who isn't that bright or ambitious or doesn't have that much ability, and a strong, intelligent, able, ambitious person in the field, and you could still get the same good results. And the thing is, if you don't make that connection between field and office, you're losing that. You're losing that half of the equation. Okay? And what I've seen in the industry is that contractors have started trying to manage everything from the office. They figure they have the software and the education and, everything they need. They can just have monkeys out there in the field. And to some degree, I agree with you. If you have good leadership in the field, you still need good leadership. And this is why field managers, good field managers, are so important. Okay, they can take up that slack. Now, if you happen to be able to pair a good, solid project manager with a good, solid field manager, now you have a winning dynamic. But if you have a good, solid field manager, they can take up that slack, or they could take up that slack. The problem I see is all their responsibility has been taken away from them. They think their only purpose out there is to install material, okay? And at the worker level, that's true. But at the field manager level, that's not true. I am currently on a project And I'm working with a young man. He's probably late 30s, early 40s. Brilliant. Brilliant guy. Tell him all the time, man, you're a sharp guy. I'm very impressed with you. You got a lot of ability. Proud of what you're doing out here. Okay? But I was driving home the other day for my time off. I get a phone call. I'm on the road. And he says, "Hey, Dennis, I need you to call the dumpster company and have them dump that thing." Now, the name of the company and the phone number is right on the side of the dumpster. All you got to do is call them up and say, "Hey, we're ready for a dump. Haul this thing off, bring it back empty for me." Okay? But he thinks his job, his only job, is to install material. And I disagree with him. Okay? I don't think he even needs me there. I really don't. I think I could pop in on him once a week or something. Just how things doing. Let's take a look at your schedule, see where you're at. Maybe we should give this some attention, whatever. And let him have his way with his project. But he needs to step up a level and take those responsibilities, those field manager responsibilities. And I don't understand why he wouldn't want to do that. I mean, that's how you elevate yourself and your income, right? By taking on more responsibility and producing more results. But he seems to have the mindset that that's not his job. His job is to install material. And my opinion is, they sent me out there as a project manager. My job is to give him the information he needs, hand him a nice package that he can use to manage his project with. Okay? Now, several years ago, I interviewed for a company. They called me, wanted me to manage a project for them, and like a lot of companies, this process started with their HR person calling me. A nice lady called me up and introduced herself and said, "Hey, I'm going to ask you a series of questions, whatever." I'm like, okay. So the first question she asked me was, "Are you familiar with BIM?" Now, I'm familiar with BIM, okay? But I also wanted her to know I was not only familiar with BIM, but I also knew what it meant. So I said, "Oh, are you referring to building information modeling?" And she said, "Oh, yes, I am. What can you tell me about that?" And so I just thought real quick, well, I not only want her to know I'm familiar with it, I want her to know that I was around when it was invented. So I said, "Oh, well, that's when you take some 2x4s and you nail them together in a box, and you take a 2x4 troffer fixture with a cord on it and you turn it upside down and set it in there. And you put a piece of plexiglass over the top and you plug it in so it lights up, and then you put your electrical drawing on there and you put your HVAC drawing on top of that. And that light shines up through there and you can see where the conflicts are between your electrical and your HVAC or your plumbing or whatever." And she's like, "Oh, well, we use software for that now." Like I didn't know that. I didn't get that work. But the reason I bring it up is because, there's two sides to this equation. And you field guys, you need to get up off your knees. You need to stand up, tuck your nuts in your sock, and assume responsibility for your projects. And you office managers, your higher level management people, you need to get back in your own lane. Okay? You need to understand that there are some intelligent people down there in the field, and they're way more capable than you're giving them credit for. You know, these acronyms. It's like every several years, the colleges give things different names and different acronyms. And these people come out of college with all the latest acronyms and start scattering them around to let everyone know that they've been to school and they have an education. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm against an education because I think it's very important. I wish everyone in the world could have one. I think it'd be a better world if they did. But, you know, these processes, where do you think they came from? They came from years and years of doing and learning and trying different things, and now they're being converted into software. Doesn't mean they were invented yesterday. So get over yourself. Understand that you need to make that connection between the field. It takes getting a lot of things right in order to have a successful project. And that means, you know, driving that coordination and that cooperation down to the field level. Those people have to be included too. And when you do that, things get much easier and better and more consistent. Okay? So the way I'm looking at it, both sides, you know, need to improve. You guys in the field need to assume your responsibilities back. Grow up. Start taking charge of your projects. Spend a little time to learn the things you need to learn to be able to manage your project at the site level. And you guys in the office, understand that there's some intelligent people down there, and you can't run a project from the office. Doesn't work. Okay, look, I'm working on a great video right now. A lot of information there. I'm going to show you some things that haven't even been invented yet. I promise you. Okay, now do me a favor. Go down below, hit the like button. It's not going to cost you anything, and it's not going to hurt you, and nobody's going to hate you for it. Just click it. Share this video out. Okay? Let other people see it. I need to get the word out here. We need to start making this connection between the field and the office, and I'm trying to show you how to make that happen because I really believe I know how. I think I can help you. I'm trying to do that. Hit the subscribe button. Click on the bell notification so you'll get the notifications. I got a video coming out probably tomorrow night. I've been on the road, so I'm a little slow this week, but I'm going to shoot it out. It's going to be a good one. Appreciate you guys. Look, let's make the connection. Let's have some respect for each other. There's good people, strong people on both sides. That field, they're not there just to install material. Well, the crews are, but the field managers, they're to help. They are there to help make the vision a reality. And don't exclude them. Include them. One more thing before I go. I have free training, free field management training. You can access it in the description below. Just click on the link, go to my website, sign up for it. It's going to teach you the meat and potatoes of managing a project. Okay, all of the bits and pieces that you need. Afterwards, you'll be offered the opportunity, once you complete that, to take the advanced foreman training or the advanced field manager training. In that series of videos, I'm actually going to give you access to some software that you can use to manage your project. We're going to, I'll send you all the data that you need, just like we're setting up a new project. We'll do it together, side by side. Build a schedule, manipulate that schedule, write rolling schedules, track our material and equipment, the whole caboodle. So the training is there for you. I'm trying to help. All you need to do is go down in the description, click on the link, and get yourself started. All right, thank you.